Okay, this is special. Welcome to the Better Off bonus of the week. Usually we have a podcast that airs on Thursdays, a longer form. We do an interview followed by one of your questions. Tuesdays, we usually drop a listener question of the week. But it's the weekend, and Mark is hell-bent on getting that email inbox cleaned out. So we thought that until we could do so, maybe we'd throw a little extra into your feed and start answering some questions. Today, we've got a question from Terry, who says that I love the show. I don't know if Terry's a man or a woman. So androgynous Terry loves the show. I am an attorney for New York City. I make $143,000 a year, good position. I'm thinking of switching jobs to a lower salary of approximately $110 to $125, so I can ultimately achieve my goal of becoming a judge in 5 to 10 years. That's cool. I was thinking of paying off my mortgage, $40,000 before then, and have approximately $100,000 cash in non-retirement accounts to do it. I'd love to get your take on this. Okay. First of all, do not pay off the mortgage. You need some flexibility. There's no reason to pay off the mortgage unless you're going to tell me you, for some reason, have a 10% mortgage, which I highly doubt. If anything, I would keep that mortgage while you're making less money because you might need the flexibility of having that pile of cash on hand. That said, what do I think of this idea? Hey, I think it's great. If you know that you need to take a step back salary-wise to get to a place where you want to go, fantastic. Just keep putting money into your retirement account. And by the way, you didn't say whether you were single or married, but I'm going to presume even as a single person that you may be able to sock away some money, either through a retirement account or maybe through a Roth. You will be making enough money to hopefully do both. I don't know. We'll have to see. And of course, as a single person, if you make less than $135,000, which it sounds like you will, or 120 is the bottom end of the range, you'll be able to make a Roth contribution. So to me, this looks like a smart idea, Terry. If this is not exactly the situation you're in, let me know. Don't use the cash in your non-retirement account to pay off the mortgage. Just don't do it. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Okay, next up, we've got Lee, who says, my partner and I are looking to buy a second home. We have $135,000 cash, $1 million in retirement and brokerage accounts. We have no debt except for our primary mortgage. The balance is $138,000. My question is, should we pay off our primary home before purchasing a second home? Or is it possible to have both? Should we pay cash for the second home or finance it? We're both in our 50s. Our income is about $200,000 a year. It will drop in half to $100,000 in 1 year because my partner will be leaving her job in 2019. Thank you for your thoughts. It's another mortgage payoff question. In the near term, I wouldn't do much. I would probably think about looking at how you will be able to carry your two homes on $100,000 a year before you start buying a second home. So have you crunched the numbers, Lee? Have you gone through and said, okay, at $100,000 a year, am I really going to be able to do this? I ask this because it's not just the mortgage, but carrying two homes is expensive. I don't know one other piece of information that's missing here, which is how much money is there coming in when you are later in life. In other words, you say that your partner's going to leave her job in 2019. Will she be getting a pension? Maybe. I don't know. I just think that if you've got $1 million, you're probably not going to be able to actually either pay cash or use up that money that's in retirement accounts. So my guess is that you're probably going to be forced to take a mortgage, but I'm not 100% sure that you can afford two homes. Run the numbers on a second home. That is the most important piece. Okay? All right. Last question from John, who's walking away from it all at age 56 and wants to know, how do I invest my thrift savings plan? I want to access the money every month via withdrawals. They don't have to be the same amount every month. I also want to actively manage the money, not be a day trader, but I want to diversify and use different sources. Okay. So when you leave a job, whether it's the government or a municipality or private sector, you've got a bunch of money sitting in a retirement account. And there's essentially a few different options you have. One is you could probably leave it there. But as you say, you want to be more active in your management. So leaving it in a thrift savings plan or a 457 or a 403B or a 401k, you're limited to whatever the options are within that plan. So that's option one. Option two is if you're moving to another job, you can move the account to the new job. You can just do a direct transfer from one retirement account to another. Okay, but John's retiring, so no place to go. So you can take your money and basically execute a direct rollover, a tape-to-tape transfer. So the money will, let's say you have, I don't know how much money you have. Let's say if you have $500,000 that's in your retirement account, it will flow into a new account and it will be an IRA rollover account. And with that money, you can do whatever you want. You can invest it how you want. You want to be a crazy stock picker and go nuts? You could do that. You want to hire our sponsor Betterment? You can do that. You want to just put it in a brokerage account of any sort? You can do that. And then you will be able to access the money whenever you want. So in essence, your options are wide open when you manage your own money. This is just really important that I want to say before I finish up with you, John. Don't blow it. You say you're not a day trader? Fine. Be a long-term investor. Run your numbers. Be sure you know what you're doing. And be careful, okay? Don't take too much money out too early in your retirement. Okay, I think that's it, Mark. That's a wrap. That is the Better Off bonus episode of the week. A third episode? Fantastic. Don't forget, you can get this show anywhere you get your podcast, Apple, Google Play, Stitcher. Just go to JillOnMoney.com. You can also sign up for our free newsletter there. Always feel free to send us a note or send us a question. The email address is askjill@betteroffpodcast.com. We'll see you next week.